Hi everyone, it's Laura Milligan, and I am running a couple minutes late here today, but thank you for joining me. This is my Monday Facebook Live. I go live pretty much every Monday at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So thank you for joining me. I have so much to talk about today and share with you. This may be a little bit longer than my normal Facebook Lives, but I just had a lot to share. Um, First of all, I'm going to talk about our last chance list. And if you are here, please leave a comment so that I know I've connected properly and that people are finding me. I know there's usually a little bit of a delay, but I would appreciate you give me a shout out, say hi. Hope you're having a good day. Um, but yeah, this is an exciting time of year because, okay, there's some people. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Carol. Carol, I don't know if you saw, but last week you won one of the cards that I gave away, and I need your mailing address. So if you want to email that to me or message me so that I can get your card in the mail to you. I just happened to see it. It's still sitting on my desk, so please get me your email. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera down. I have a lot of things to talk about, like I said. So let's get started. So I'm going to start first by giving away. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? I'm going to be giving away the cards that I made last week. These feature the Waves of the Ocean collection, which is a early release from our upcoming annual catalog. And so this first one is going to Aileen Hammond. We just reconnected recently. So Aileen, I do not have your mailing address. So if you see this and want to message me that or email me, I'll get your card to you. And then this one is going to Mary Flagger. Mary, I have your address. So I will get that out in the mail to you today. Okay, so first of all, I have some things that I want to share with you. This is our last chance list, and this is a very long list of all kinds of things. And I actually went through my catalog over the weekend, my current catalog, and highlighted everything that was going to be retiring. And you can see, like I highlighted everything on that page and different things throughout the catalog. I don't even know if you can see them, but like this and this and this. And what I thought I would do today is just take a minute to show you some of my favorite things that are retiring, because it's hard to go through this list. I think you should because there are some really good deals, but I wanted to just show you quickly a couple things that are my favorites, and I happen to have some card samples for these. A lot of my cards, after I make them, I of course send them, so I don't have them to show, but I do have this set. This was a bundle, and it is retiring. It's called Hey Birthday Chick, and it coordinates with the Birthday Chick dies. And I do have some really cute cards using this bundle. If you're looking for just something fun and lighthearted, this stamp set clearly fits the bill. Look how sweet these cards are. I don't think this was a class. I think these were just maybe some cards that I made because I love the stamp set and the dies. So those are retiring. Don't miss out on those if you don't have those yet. The other thing is the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set and the punch. And if we all love a good punch, and this is the stamp set that coordinates with it, and you can stamp the ice cream and the cone. You can even put like the little cross marks on the cone to make it look like a real cone. This stamp set is retiring, as is the punch. And I think, like I said, we all love a good punch. And hi, Jennifer. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining me. But we all love a good punch, and especially for birthdays. Birthdays, of course, are something that we all need, birthday cards. So that was cute. I wanted to point that out to you. The other one that is a favorite of mine, and I did this in a Facebook Live. It's been a while ago. It is the All Squared Away bundle. This is super cute and really different. And I actually have two cards using this bundle. This was one that I had made for a swap, and you can see this uses one of the dies, but just really cute. And then I happened to find this one using that same set of dies. And this one actually is from Shelly Gardner, Stampin' Up! Co-founder. She sent this to me when I hit my $1.1 million milestone in sales, which is crazy. But she used that gold leafing on her card. She always makes such beautiful cards. And I thought I wanted to show this to you too. You can see how different these two cards look. So that is the All Squared Away bundle. And you can see, here's some more of the dies in action. And this background part here, I'm going to hold that up so you can see. Those are the stamps. It almost looks like designer paper, but you can see. So that's a really fun bundle. Love that one. And then the other thing I wanted to show you that I love is, let's see, this is on page, well, I'm not sure. Hold on here. I'm just going to show you these. This is the Expressions in Ink specialty paper. This is gorgeous paper. And when this catalog first came out with this paper in it, you couldn't get it. It went on back order immediately. And these are 3 cards that I made using this paper. It's specialty paper, so it has the gold touches in it, but look how beautiful. The other thing that I used is the ephemera pack, which coordinates with this bundle. It is called the Expressions in Ink ephemera pack, and you know I love ephemera packs. I have the one right here. This is Retiring. It's on sale for $5.60, which is a really good deal. I think it's 20% off. But the ephemera pack includes like these gold pieces, these little iridescent sequins, these little parts here. All these little things are in this ephemera pack, and it goes beautifully with this paper. The stamp set was a celebration set. I think it was called Touches of Ink, and I actually used these. This was a class that I did using that stamp set, but I wanted to show this to you just because of the paper and the ephemera pack. Lots of pretty things in this for $5.60. I don't think you can go wrong. So I wanted to show you those. Those are just a few of my favorite things that are retiring. And yes, there are a lot of things retiring, but that means there's a lot of new things coming as well. So, and speaking of new things, get this out of the way here. I wanted to give you a glimpse, because I don't think I've done this yet. Here is a glimpse at our brand new catalog. Now, I can't show you the inside. That's a rule of Stampin' Up! If I could, I would. But I wanted to show you this, and I wanted to let you know that if you are a current customer of mine, you will be receiving this from me, a complimentary copy. If you are local, I will be doing a in-person catalog kickoff. I'm back to doing that. We couldn't do that for a while, but I will be doing that. I'm just confirming the date and working out the details, but you will get that information as soon as I know what it is. If you're not local to me, I will ship it to you. And if you do not have a demonstrator or need a copy of the catalog and would plan on placing an order with me, I would be happy to send this to you complimentary as well. If you just want a copy, I will charge, if you're not a current customer, I will charge a small fee to cover the shipping of the catalog to you, but then I'll give you a credit for your first order in the new catalog. So that is very exciting, and that is coming very soon. It starts May 3rd. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is my latest class to go. This is the Flowering Rain Boots class to go, and I will put a link to the registration for this. It's a whole set of cards. Look how pretty these colors are. You get 6 different card kits in this class. You also get, let me pull this out here, hold on here. You get a half a package of the beautiful Flowering Fields Designer Series paper. Doesn't it just make you think of spring? You also get a full package of brushed brass butterflies and this really neat window pane ribbon. And so that is the basic part of the class. We include a PDF with measurements, all the supplies needed, and a video showing you how to prepare each card. So you can kind of stamp right along with me. This is a class to go. You will need the Flowering Rain Boots bundle Super cute. I love the rain boots. I love the watering can. This is a really whimsical, beautiful stamp set, and I do have an option if you need this bundle. You can add that on at catalog price, so that does save you a little bit. And like I said, I will link the registration information when I'm done today with my Facebook Live. I'm going to set this aside, and registration for this closes April 11th. So don't miss out on that. And the other thing I wanted to mention, I am offering an ordering special this month for online orders. So if you go to lauramilligan.com, that is my blog, and you will see a button there that says shop, and you can click on that. It will take you directly to my store. That way you know for sure that you are in my store and ordering from me, which of course I really appreciate. I'm grateful for all the orders that I get. When you're prompted, if you add this host code and your order is $50 in product or more, I'm going to thank you with a surprise embellishment from the upcoming brand new catalog. And I don't know what it's going to be yet because I want to wait and check on availability, but it will be some sort of an embellishment, brand new, from the new catalog. So that's what you need to do if you want to order, even like if you want to order things from the retiring list, the last chance list. Use this code, and you can look forward to a hand stamp card in May, as well as a surprise embellishment. Okay, so I think that's all the housekeeping that I wanted to get done. Like I said, I had a lot to talk about. So I actually had planned today, if you get my email newsletter, I had planned, or my weekend inspiration, I had planned to use the butterfly flowering mask today, but I'm going to be doing that on Wednesday because I thought I would do something a little bit different today. It is using this Easter Friends class. I used this for bingo last week, and everybody loved the projects. I got a lot of really positive feedback. This stamp set is so super sweet, and it's called Easter Friends, but really it has a lot more mileage than just Easter. Some of the words, for example, my friend, this says, may your days blossom with joy and happiness, sending warm and happy wishes this spring. So it could be springtime. It would also be any kind of a friendship card. I think it would be adorable for a baby card, baby shower, baby gift, that sort of thing. So I wanted to show you some of the projects that we made, and then I'm actually going to make one of them for you today too. But for bingo, we started out with this cute little bunny. This is the Ornate Flowers embossing folder. It is, I'm pretty sure it's retiring. And then these sweet little flourishing, loose flower flourishes is what they're called. We did this one, which is a fun fold. And I love these flourishes on this to add some dimension to the grass. That was really fun. And this one, oh, and then of course when we do bingo, you always get some kind of a treat. I'm going to actually make what they did. I always send them some kind of a snack that they can munch on during bingo. But this was the other project. This uses these little sweet little boxes that are in the mini catalog, and these are really cute to just put any kind of little gift, treat, candy, that sort of thing. So that was one of the projects we did as well. This is the pansy paper. It is retiring as well, and it worked out so well for these projects. So the first card that I'm going to make for you today, this was not one that we did during bingo, but it, I have it in an envelope. Let me take it out. I came across this the other day. I forgot I even had this one, but super sweet, super cute. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. I used some retiring product on this. So let me just show you what I used. This is the Heart and Home Designer Series paper. This is in the mini catalog, January to June mini catalog. Really great colors. This is the one, of course, that has the bee, coordinates with the Honeybee Home bundle as well. But love these papers. And for mine, I just used a little strip of the fresh freesia there. I also used the layering circle dies. I cropped out a regular circle and then a scallop, and these are must-have dies. They include all these circles, and you can layer them. So there are straight circles as well as the scallop edge, and I used one of each for this card. They're ones, these are dies that I go to all the time. They're kind of a must-have. Okay, use some ribbon. This is Mint Macaron velvet ribbon. I wish you were here to feel it. It's so, it's velvet. It's really soft and sweet. And then I use, this is Gray Granite shimmer ribbon. And I know that this velvet ribbon is retiring. The shimmer ribbon will be in our next catalog, so that'll still be available. And then I used the gingham embossing folder. I just ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'll hold this up so you can see some of the detail. It's really cute, really, and I feel like any embossing folder I want all of them. This is a really cute, sweet one. And there's my little strip of Heart and Home designer paper. And then I used the Pierced Blooms dies, and these are another favorite, and they are retiring. These are super cute. You get all these different flowers as well as this cute label shape, which I'm going to use on our card today. But you can see that not only do these cut out all these different shapes and flowers, but they're also stitched. So even like these tiny little leaves and things have stitching on them, and I always love that added detail. These are retiring. These are called the Pierced Blooms dies. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with my circle, and I'm going to use Gray Granite ink. You could use basic gray. You could use early espresso, whatever color you want your bunny to be. I chose Gray Granite because it matched the ribbon that I was using. So I'm going to go ahead and ink her up. I agree, Colleen. I am very sad that these dies are retiring because they're great for anytime you need just a little something extra. The Pierced Bloom dies are really good. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp. Look how sweet she is. And then I'm going to add a little bit of color to her cheeks, and I'm going to do that with the Petal Pink, Light Petal Pink blend. Just make a couple little circles here. And then what I like to do is take my color lifter and go back in and just lighten that up a little bit, just blend it, soften the edges. Just real soft and sweet. Okay, so then I'm going to attach this to my scallop circle. Let me get my glue. Go ahead and attach that. And then I'm going to take my little label piece, and this is also from the Pierced Bloom dies, like I had pointed out, and it even has the stitching around it, and I love that. I just love that added touch. And I'm going to use Sending Warm and Happy Wishes This Spring, also in Gray Granite. Make sure okay, so that's going to go this way. I wanted to make sure I'm not stamping it upside down. See how I do here. Okay, sending warm and happy wishes this spring. And then we're ready to put this together. So I'm going to set my ink pad aside. And I'm going to go ahead and take my thick white. And I always like to use a bone folder. And I'm going to first add my panel that I've embossed with the gingham embossing folder. I'm just using my Tombow. We'll center that. And then I'm going to take my little strip designer paper. I'm just going to position this here for a minute because I want to make sure that that's going to fit. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this. Fresh freesia is a really pretty color for spring. It's one of our new in colors this year, the 2020 to 2021 to 2023, I guess it would be. Okay, and then I'm going to take my ribbon, just take a little strip of that, and I'm just going to put that here, like that. I'm going to snip off this end. I see a couple little threads there. Cut those off. And then this is just going to lay right there like that, and I just left it loose. You can see it's not attached. I am going to attach it underneath where my bunny will be. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive there to hold that in place. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this sweet little bunny. And let me see, here are some dimensionals. So I'm going to just put the dimensionals at the top and the bottom because the ribbon is going to pop up that middle section. So I'm just going to do this real quickly. Like that. Isn't she sweet? And then this part is going to also be popped up. It's going to rest right under that bunny edge, the edge of the circles. So I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of this. And I'm just going to tuck that under there like that. And then I have these two flowers, pierced blooms. These are, if you don't have these, don't wait because you're going to want these. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on the stem here and maybe just catch the edge of those leaves. And that's just going to rest right there like that. I think I wiped all the glue off on my hand. Hold on. I touched it with my finger. I'm going to add a little bit more there. Okay. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay, there we go, like that. And then I just took the little flower. Look at all the stitching. All this on the leaves and even on the little flower. Look how sweet. And that's just going to go right there on top of those, the little stem. Like that. I think my fingers must be sticky today because everything's sticking to it. Okay, and then to finish this, I am just going to add an iridescent rhinestone, which I know I brought here this morning. I got them out particularly for this card. Give me a second. I think they've been buried alive. Well, I don't see them, so you know what? I have these here. Oh, here they are. Thank you, Renee. Renee came to my rescue. So I'm going to just take my Take Your Pick tool. Yes, wouldn't this, I think this would make an adorable baby card. Just switch up the greeting. So I'm just going to take one of these iridescent pearls and put that on the center of my flower. I love these pearls because they take on the color, because they're iridescent, they take on the color of whatever cardstock you place them on. Okay, and so there is, oh, and I forgot to add the ribbon. I added a little ribbon, just a knot of ribbon on the bunny's neck. I could do one of the, I could have actually put a flower there. I'm going to just do a teeny little bow, or a knot, I guess it is. I'm going to knot this up and just trim this so it's pretty short. She just has a little bow tie on. A little bit of a ribbon, I guess. She's just sweet. Let's see, glue dots. Here are my glue dots. I love the colors in this card too. I think they're so soft and pretty and springy. Okay, so that's just going to go there. Okay, and so there's the first project for today. Super cute. Again, this uses the Easter Friends stamp set, and I just think it's a really sweet set. And with Easter coming soon, if you're interested in this, if you order like today or tomorrow, you'll get it in time to make up some Easter projects, and then you'll have it for other spring cards and baby cards. All right, so that's my first one today. And okay. All right, the next project I'm going to show you, this is just a real quick little treat idea. I actually got this idea from Sarah Douglas. She had shared something that she was making for a bridal shower, and I thought it was a really good idea, so I took her idea for this. This was the little treat that people got that played bingo. And like I said, I always give them some kind of a treat, and apparently sometimes the treat doesn't make it till the night we actually play bingo. I've heard that sometimes people open their bingo package and eat their treat right away, which is fine as well. But I have taken a piece of designer series paper, and this is 4 inches by 6 inches. So if you have a 12 by 12 piece of designer paper, you could get quite a few out of these. And then this is just one of our clear envelopes. And I found these Reese's eggs, which of course everybody loves. And these are just really fun. So I just wrapped the paper around my egg and slid it into this clear envelope. And I think the added touch is the clear envelope. It just sort of makes it look more like a fun little package. I just slid this in here. You could make a lot of these rather quickly. These would be cute. Again, if you're doing a baby shower, it'd be a really cute favor. If you want something for like your table at Easter for dinner, that sort of thing, this would be really cute. So now what I'm going to do is just fold this down. And the neat thing is, of course, because there's this strip here and we pull this off and it's sticky. And so I'm just going to fold this down like this, right on that edge. And so I have this cute little package. But of course, we're going to make it cuter than this. So, oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear Charlie, but he has one of his squeaky toys, and he is going crazy. He's like running all over, squeaking away. So I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to use the bunny again. And this time I'm going to use basic gray. Myra, I'll tell Charlie you said hello. He'll be happy to to know that people are thinking about him. He's a rascal. Okay, so I've gone ahead and stamped the bunny, just the top, and then I'm going to use this Label Me Lovely stamp or punch and just slide that in place like that. So there we have that. And you could use any of these. You could use the little chick. The chick would be really cute. You could use the duck, any of those. Okay. And again, I like to add a little bit of color to their cheeks, just a touch like that. And this one, I think I'm going to give her a pink nose as well. And I'll blend this. I just like to soften the cheeks a little bit. Oh, Debbie thought it was her mail truck. No, it's my boy, Charlie. Funny. Okay, so this is just going to go on here. And so what I did was I have these in color ribbons, the sheer ribbon, which is so pretty. And you could use any of these. I'm going to use this one. It's the Pale Papaya. So all I did was wrap this around. This ribbon is retiring. I love this ribbon. I just ordered more of all the colors for myself because I love it. It's so easy to work with. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and tie a bow. Hi, Charlie. Yes, I see you. Now he had to come in and show me that he has his squeaky toy. He's a funny boy. Okay, so here's this little bow, and play with that a little bit. I'm going to trim this off. And then all I did was added her, I just put a dimensional on the top and the bottom and stuck that right on the envelope. Like that. Just put that there like that. Super quick, super easy. And then to finish it, I just took one of these loose flower flourishes. Whoop. Try saying that many times fast, right? And there they go. And I think for this one, because I'm using the pale papaya ribbon, I'll put a pale papaya flower on her. And I'm going to just put that right up there at the top of her hair, like she's all dressed up in her Easter bonnet, right? Okay. If you have never played bingo with us, I encourage you to do it. We have a lot of fun and we give away really good prizes. So here is this super cute little Easter favor. Really quick, really easy, but nice. And I think people are crazy about these Reese peanut butter eggs. There's like a thing about those. They're actually pretty good. So there's just a really cute little favor for a baby shower, for Easter, for spring, just to lift somebody's day. So that's that. And then I have one other card. This also was one that we made at bingo, and it was probably my favorite, and so I thought I would share it with you today. And it uses the duck. And this is another layering circle. And I am going to stamp the duck in Tuxedo Black ink because I'm going to color her in with blends. So we'll go ahead and get her inked up. She's sweet too. Oh, there's a little flower. So we'll stamp her there. Oops, and I blobbed it, so I'm going to turn it over. I caught the edge there. I'm sure none of you ever do that, right? See if I do a better job this time. There we go. That's better. Okay. So what I'm going to do is color her in with my blends and set that aside. I'm going to use just Daffodil Delight. And what I like to do when I'm coloring with my blends, I look at where these lines are, where Stampin' Up! Has put lines, and that to me is like a key or a tip that's where you want to add the darker colors. So I'm going to start with that. I always, the blends, there are alcohol markers, and they come with a fine tip and a brush tip. I normally use the fine tip. I just feel like I have more control. I'm going to color her feet in the dark Daffodil Delight. And then I'm just going to follow along where these lines are. All the way up here. It kind of makes it easy because they almost are telling you where to make it dark. So just like that. And then I am going to color in her beak as well. I could use like a pumpkin pie or something to make it more yellow or to make it more orange, but I thought this looked okay. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my light Daffodil Delight and just add some color and just blend this a little bit. One thing with the blends, you don't have to color everything. It's almost like when you're watercoloring. If you look at a good watercolor, like painting, you notice that there are some light there are some light spots, so you don't have to color the whole thing in. It's okay. And I think oftentimes we feel like we have to, but we don't. Okay, so she looks pretty good. I think I'll leave her just like that. And now we're going to put this card together. So I'm going to start. This is some of the pansy paper. It is, like I said, retiring. So I'm going to build this card on a quarter sheet of the basic white. So I'm going to set my card base aside for a second. I'll just tuck it under there. I'm going to start with my designer paper. Look how pretty these colors are. So the first thing I'm going to do is put down this square of gingham. There's even bees on the back of this. So you know I love those. Okay, so I'm going to put that there, straight as I can. And then I'm going to take this piece, and this is going to go just slightly beyond the edge of this sheet, because it'll be top and bottom the size of my actual card base. So we'll go ahead and add this. The nice thing with this gingham is you can use the gingham to make sure that paper's on straight. Okay. Then I'll take this piece, and that's going to go on there. I'm going to wait to put this piece on, though. What I want to do next is do my words. And I think for this one, my sample, I did Happy Easter, but I think I'm just going to do my friend. And I'm going to stamp this in basic gray. You could do, if you need Easter cards and you want to hurry and order this set, or maybe you already have it, you could do the Happy Easter there as well. But okay, I'm going to go ahead and attach this next to my card base, and then I'll finish it up. So that'll be centered on there. And you can see how this piece now is flush with the top and the bottom of my card base. That's going to be just like that. And then I'm going to take, let's see, I have one other piece of designer paper, and that's going to go right across here like this. This is a titch too long, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive, and then I'll just trim it. Make sure it's straight on there. There we go. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my snips. I just cut this wrong, so I'm just going to follow the edge of my card base like that. Okay, so there we have that. And then to finish this, I'm going to put the little duck on there. Is she not cute? I love the colors of this card. So I wanted to dress it up a little bit, and so I use, this is the new, it's the Bow Punch, B-O-U-G-H punch. It has a little sprig and then another sprig with like little buds on it. So I'm going to go ahead and punch this out in Soft Succulent. So I'm just going to slide that in there. And I'm going to sort of put these together so that's going to look like that. So I'm going to add just a bit of glue on this stem. So if you played bingo with me, you've already seen this card. You've made this card, right? Well, I'm just going to put that there like that. And then I'm going to adhere it to the back of this duck. So we'll go ahead and put some more glue. On there. And that's that's going to be just right there like that. So hold that a minute, let that stick. And then what I did was I took a piece of the Fresh Freesia ribbon. I'm folding it in half, and it is going to go right behind my sprigs, just like that. And I'm going to take my dimensionals. And I like to use the dimensionals to help hold the ribbon in place. So I'm just going to catch those edges here, like that. And I think I'll put a couple at the side as well. Aren't we glad that paper has two sides, so that if we make a boo-boo like I did, we just flip it over. It's no big deal and nobody will know. Well, except for all of you watching, but you won't tell, right? Okay, so then this is going to go here like this. It's going to go right there like that. And so I'm going to trim this here, so it doesn't cover up our words. There we have that. And then to finish this, isn't that cute? I just love that little duck. To finish this, I'm just going to add some of the loose flower flourishes to the buds. And so I like to use, I'll just pull, actually all these colors work well with this. I'm going to pull one of each. I'm going to use one of the bigger ones. These come in two sizes, and I find the best way to attach them is with a glue dot. So I'm going to go ahead and just, the small ones, when I like to put them on my roll of glue dots like this, and then I'll just pull them off. Whoops. There we go. And stick it right there. So I'm going to put one there. And then this little one. Now these little ones, the glue dots kind of stick out beyond it, so I just sort of take my fingers and squeeze it in like that. Okay, and then we'll do a pink like that. Okay, so there is that card. I love this card, and normally I don't share the projects that I do at Bingo, but I just thought this one was so cute. I just wanted to share it. So I hope you like that. Let me bring in the other projects. So here's our little treat, and here is this sweet little bunny. So those are the 3 projects for today. So leave a comment. If you share this Facebook Live, your name will be entered to win one of these projects, and I will get that in the mail to you. Don't forget about my ordering special. If you go to lauramilligan.com and click on shop, you will be taken directly to my online store. And when prompted, they'll ask you if you have a host code. If you enter this host code, you will get a surprise embellishment from the new catalog. And if you ever need to find my current host code, if you just go to my blog, it's always right there in the sidebar. So if you're ever wondering if I have a host code, which I do every month. So anyway, those are my 3 cards. I'm going to go ahead and switch my view back up. Thank you all so much for joining me today. And I have one little thing. I'm going to hold this up again. I put it on the floor here. I'm going to tease you and show you, this is our new catalog. Like I said, current customers will get one with my compliments. I'll either ship them, or if you're in person, I'm going to do a catalog kickoff, which will be really fun. If you don't have a demonstrator and would like a copy of the catalog, I'm happy to send you one as well. If you plan on placing an order with me, I would be very grateful for that. So I normally don't do Facebook Lives on Wednesday, but because of my schedule this week, I will be doing my Facebook Live Take 2 on Wednesday at 1 p.m. this week. So tune in. I'm going to show you how to use the decorative masks. We use those at my retreat, my overnight retreat. I always do like a try it out table, and so I had those masks as the try it out project, and everybody really loved them, and they have been out of stock, but we have them back in now. And so I thought it would be fun to show you how to use them. They're really, really fun. And so look forward to that on Wednesday. I hope you will join me. I hope you have a great Monday. I hope that the sun is shining where you are. It is not a sunny day here, but hopefully this brought some sunshine to your day. I enjoyed stamping with you and sharing with you. And until next time, I hope you have time to be creative today. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you have a great day. I will see you on Wednesday at 1. Bye-bye.